Have you ever looked at an animal and felt a chill run down your spine? Creatures so strange, so otherworldly, that just one glance makes your skin crawl? Well, today we're diving deep into the bizarre side of the animal kingdom, exploring 10 creatures so peculiar, they'll leave you questioning what's real and what's a nightmare. From animals that look like they've stepped out of a science fiction movie, to those hiding in plain sight, ready to give you the shock of a lifetime, this is a world where nature's creativity knows no bounds. And trust me, some of these creatures will make you think twice before going for a swim or walking through the forest at night. So, are you ready? Ready to meet the strange, the creepy, and the downright unsettling animals that will give you chills just by looking at them? Let's get started. If you ever find yourself swimming in the warm coastal waters of the Indo-Pacific, you might want to be extra careful where you step. What looks like a simple, unassuming stone could actually be one of the ocean's most dangerous creatures, the stonefish. At first glance, this marine animal blends so perfectly with its surroundings that it's nearly impossible to spot. But hidden just beneath the surface of this stony appearance is a venomous predator, waiting patiently for its next victim. Meet the master of disguise, the stonefish. With its warty, rock-like body covered in bumps, ridges, and algae, this creature is practically invisible as it sits motionless on the seafloor. This ability to blend in serves two purposes. First, it helps the stonefish avoid predators, and second, it makes it the ultimate ambush predator. When unsuspecting prey swim too close, the stonefish strikes with lightning speed, swallowing them in an instant. It's one of the fastest predatory strikes in the ocean, and the prey never sees it coming. While its camouflage helps the stonefish stay hidden from predators, its real defense lies in those sharp spines along its back. These spines aren't just for show, they're loaded with venom, one of the most toxic of any fish in the world. If you're unfortunate enough to step on a stonefish, the spines will inject a potent cocktail of toxins that can cause excruciating pain, swelling, and even paralysis. In extreme cases, the venom can be fatal if not treated quickly. What makes the stonefish even more dangerous is how easily it can go unnoticed. Unlike other venomous animals that might warn you with bright colors or a rattle, the stonefish stays completely still, relying on its camouflage to stay hidden. This makes it all too easy for unsuspecting swimmers or beachgoers to step on one, especially in shallow, rocky areas where stonefish love to hide. The pain is described as one of the worst in the natural world, and without immediate medical attention, the consequences can be severe. The venom of the stonefish contains neurotoxins that attack the nervous system, causing intense pain, muscle paralysis, and tissue damage. The venom is so potent that it can lead to shock or even death if not treated quickly. If someone is stung, the best course of action is to immerse the affected area in hot water as soon as possible. The heat helps break down the venom, but it's crucial to seek medical attention immediately. Part of what makes the stonefish so terrifying is how perfectly it's adapted to its environment. It doesn't need to chase after prey or fight off predators, it simply waits, using its camouflage to stay hidden and its venom to defend itself when necessary. And while its natural habitat is in the oceans of the Indo-Pacific, stonefish have also been found in shallow waters near popular beach destinations, making it even more important for swimmers and divers to stay alert. As if its venom and camouflage weren't enough, the stonefish has another surprising ability: it can survive for hours outside of water. This allows it to wait in tidal pools or rocky shores during low tide, still camouflaged and ready to strike. For beachgoers, this means the danger isn't just in the water. Stonefish can be found in the sand or among rocks on the shore, waiting for the tide to rise again. This is one of the few fish that can make even the shoreline a hazardous place. So, how can you avoid a painful encounter with the stonefish? If you're swimming or snorkeling in areas known to have stonefish, it's always a good idea to wear protective footwear and avoid stepping directly on rocks or coral. If you see something that looks like a rock but seems a little too still, give it a wide berth, it just might be a stonefish in disguise. And remember, always shuffle your feet when walking through shallow water to avoid stepping on one of these dangerous creatures. The stonefish may be one of the ocean's most dangerous inhabitants, but it's also a marvel of adaptation. Its deadly venom, lightning-fast strikes, and incredible camouflage make it a true master of survival. While its appearance might not be as flashy as other marine animals, its ability to stay hidden, and strike when least expected, makes it one of the most fearsome predators in the sea. So next time you're exploring the ocean, take a moment to appreciate the beauty and danger that lurk just beneath the surface. You never know what strange and deadly creature might be watching you from the depths. Meet the red-lipped batfish, one of the ocean's most unusual residents. While most fish are content with swimming, this odd creature prefers to walk, yes, walk, along the ocean floor. Native to the deep waters of the Galapagos Islands and parts of the Pacific Ocean, the red-lipped batfish is unlike anything you've seen before. Its flattened body, strange fin-like legs, and, of course, those iconic bright red lips make it look like it's dressed for a strange underwater masquerade. But it's those lips that steal the show. The red-lipped batfish has an unmistakable pout, and many scientists believe the purpose of these vivid lips is to attract mates. The bold coloration stands out in the murky depths of its habitat, acting like a beacon in the dark, cold waters. Some researchers also speculate that the lips could serve as a warning signal, letting other creatures know to stay away. Whatever the reason, one thing is for sure, these lips make this fish one of the strangest sights in the ocean. Another bizarre feature of the red-lipped batfish is its mode of locomotion. Instead of gracefully gliding through the water, this fish prefers to shuffle across the sea floor using its modified fins. These fin legs give the batfish an awkward, clumsy appearance as it trudges along the bottom of the ocean. It's almost as if evolution couldn't quite decide whether this creature should swim or walk, so it ended up doing a bit of both. These unique fins don't just help the batfish get around, they also play a critical role in its hunting strategy. Red-lipped batfish are carnivores, feeding primarily on small fish, mollusks, and crustaceans. But instead of chasing their prey through the water, they lie in wait, creeping slowly along the ocean floor until they can ambush their unsuspecting victims. And they have another trick up their sleeve, or rather, on their heads. At first glance, you might miss it, but the red-lipped batfish has a built-in fishing lure right on top of its head. This little structure, called an elysium, acts like bait to attract prey. The batfish will wiggle it around, mimicking the movements of a small worm or shrimp, luring its meal close enough for a quick strike. It's a clever adaptation, one that allows the batfish to make up for its lack of speed and grace in the water. It may not be the fastest or most elegant predator in the ocean, but the red-lipped batfish is an expert at patience and deception. By using its unique adaptations, it can survive in the deep, harsh environments where food is scarce and competition is fierce. But there's something else about the batfish that makes it stand out, its strange, almost comical appearance. The red-lipped batfish is truly one of nature's most eccentric creations. It's almost as if this fish was designed by someone with a sense of humor. From its lipstick-like lips to its walking fins, everything about this fish is unusual. It's a reminder that the ocean is home to some of the most bizarre and wonderful creatures on Earth. What's particularly interesting is that, despite its clumsy appearance, the red-lipped batfish is actually well adapted to its environment, where speed isn't as important as stealth and deception. But the red-lipped batfish's oddities don't stop there. It inhabits deep waters, typically between 30 and 60 meters below the surface, where sunlight barely reaches. In this dark, cold environment, survival depends on blending in and making the most of the scarce resources available. The batfish's flattened body and dull coloration allow it to stay hidden among the rocks and sand, while its specialized hunting techniques ensure it can catch enough food to survive. For divers and marine biologists, encountering a red-lipped batfish is a rare and exciting experience. Its strange appearance and unusual behavior make it a favorite subject for underwater photography, despite its relatively small size. Measuring just around 25 centimeters in length, this fish isn't particularly large, but its uniqueness more than makes up for its size. The red-lipped batfish is a testament to the ocean's endless ability to surprise and fascinate us. In a world where creatures have evolved to swim swiftly or hide stealthily, this little fish stands out by embracing its strangeness. With its bright red lips, walking fins, and built-in lure, it's a reminder that in the vast, mysterious ocean, there's always something new, and strange, to discover. Deep in the rainforests of Madagascar, there's a creature that looks like it was plucked straight from a fantasy novel. Meet the striped Tenrec, a tiny mammal that's as bizarre as it is adorable. Its bright yellow and black stripes run down its back, making it stand out from the green and brown surroundings. But it's not just its appearance that sets it apart. This little creature has some truly remarkable abilities that will make your skin crawl. At first glance, the striped Tenrec might seem harmless, a tiny, insect-eating mammal that scurries through the undergrowth. But don't let its size fool you, this animal is packed with strange and surprising features. For one, those quills on its back aren't just for show. They're a defense mechanism, helping the Tenrec fend off predators by making it a difficult, spiny mouthful. And it's not just the quills themselves that are fascinating, it's what the Tenrec can do with them. Unlike most mammals, the striped Tenrec is capable of something called stridulation, a behavior more commonly associated with insects like crickets and cicadas. By rubbing specialized quills together, the Tenrec produces high-pitched sounds. This eerie, almost metallic noise is thought to be used for communication, allowing Tenrecs to signal each other in the dense undergrowth. It's a rare ability in the mammal world, and it gives the Tenrec a spooky, almost otherworldly quality. In fact, the striped Tenrec is the only known mammal that communicates in this way, making it a true oddity in the animal kingdom. The sound isn't just for mating or territorial disputes, it can also serve as a warning when danger is near. For a creature this small, blending into its environment and staying quiet is a matter of life and death. Living in the forests of Madagascar, the striped tenrec has to be on constant alert for predators. Birds of prey, snakes, and other animals wouldn't hesitate to make a meal out of this tiny mammal. That's where its camouflage comes into play. The striped tenrec's bold black and yellow pattern might seem like it would make it stand out, but in the shadows of the forest, those stripes actually help it blend into the leaf litter and branches. It's a perfect example of nature's ability to create creatures that are both beautiful and functional. As night falls, the striped tenrec becomes even more active. This little nocturnal creature spends its evenings foraging for insects, worms, and other small invertebrates. Using its long, sensitive snout, it sniffs out food buried beneath the soil. But for the tenrec, finding a meal isn't just about hunger, it's about survival. Madagascar's rainforests are full of competitors, and in a place as biodiverse as this, every meal counts. With its sharp claws and keen sense of smell, the striped tenrec is a master at digging through the forest floor to find its next meal. In fact, its ability to locate food in such a dense environment has made it one of the most successful insectivores in Madagascar. But it's not just bugs on the menu. The tenrec is known to eat small vertebrates like frogs and even other tenrecs if food is scarce, making it a surprisingly versatile predator. The striped tenrec is truly one of the most fascinating mammals in Madagascar. Its combination of physical adaptations, like the quills and its incredible sense of smell, allows it to thrive in an incredibly competitive ecosystem. But what I find most remarkable is its ability to produce sound. In a world where most mammals rely on vocalizations, the tenrec's use of stridulation is incredibly unique. It's an animal that challenges what we think we know about mammalian behavior. The striped tenrec might be small, but it's a testament to the wonders of evolution. With its spiny quills, insect-like communication, and powerful digging abilities, it's a reminder that the animal kingdom is full of surprises. And as one of the few creatures on Earth capable of stridulating, the tenrec holds a special place in the world of mammals, both strange and extraordinary. At first glance, this little creature might seem harmless. It's just a larva, barely bigger than a grain of rice, moving quietly as it munches on leaves. But don't let its size fool you. What you're looking at is one of the most unusual and downright disgusting creatures in the insect world, the larva of the leaf beetle, known scientifically as Ulema melanopus. And trust me, once you learn what it does to survive, you'll never look at this innocent-looking insect the same way again. The leaf beetle larva has a truly revolting method of defending itself. To avoid being eaten by predators, this tiny insect has evolved a strategy that is as disgusting as it is effective. It coats its body with its own excrement. That's right, what you're seeing on this larva isn't mud or dirt. It's feces. In fact, it uses its own waste to build a shield that protects it from being attacked by hungry predators. Why does the leaf beetle larva do this? Well, it's a classic case of using what you have at your disposal. By covering itself in its own feces, the larva becomes much less appetizing to predators like birds, spiders, and other insects. After all, what creature would want to take a bite out of something that's coated in waste? It's a clever defense, but it's also undeniably one of the grossest survival tactics in nature. The shield of excrement not only repels predators with its smell and appearance, but it also serves another surprising function: insulation. The thick layer of feces helps protect the larva from extreme weather conditions, like harsh sun or heavy rains, making this foul armor a multi-purpose survival tool. Leaf beetle larvae aren't just passive eaters. These tiny creatures are voracious pests, feeding on a wide variety of crops like wheat, barley, and oats. As they munch through the leaves of plants, they leave behind significant damage, which can devastate entire fields of crops. Farmers around the world consider these larvae to be a major agricultural pest, capable of causing extensive economic loss if left unchecked. Because of their destructive feeding habits, leaf beetle larvae are the target of many pest control efforts. Farmers often use insecticides to try and keep their populations in check, but the larvae's fecal defenses can sometimes make them difficult to eradicate. Their sticky, shield-like armor helps them survive even in the face of certain chemical treatments, making them an even more challenging pest to manage. The fecal shield is one of the most unique evolutionary adaptations we've seen in insects. It serves as both a physical and chemical barrier against predators, and it's highly effective. The larva uses specialized appendages to maneuver its waste into place, forming a tough coating that not only hides it from predators but also acts as a deterrent due to the smell. It's an excellent example of how nature uses even the grossest of materials to give creatures an edge in survival. But the larva's troubles don't end there. Nature has a way of balancing things out, and even this bizarre defense isn't foolproof. In fact, one of the leaf beetle larva's most dangerous predators has developed a way to bypass the fecal shield entirely. Enter the parasitic wasp, a creature with a horrifying method of reproduction. Parasitic wasps have evolved to hunt and parasitize leaf beetle larvae, bypassing their defenses with ease. The wasp's eggs hatch inside the larva, and the young wasps slowly consume their host from the inside. It's a gruesome fate for the larva, but it's part of the circle of life in the insect world. As strange and disgusting as the leaf beetle larva's life may seem, it's just one example of how nature uses every resource available, even waste, to help creatures survive. From their armored fecal shields to the parasitic wasps that eventually bring them down, the leaf beetle larva's life is a reminder of the incredible, and often disturbing, diversity of survival strategies found in the natural world. I don't know about you, but I think I'll be inspecting my crops a little more closely from now on. Who knew something so small could be so gross? Meet the whip spider, also known as the tailless whip scorpion. Despite its name, this creature is neither a spider nor a scorpion. It belongs to a unique group of arachnids called amblypygi, and its appearance is nothing short of nightmare fuel. With its flat body, elongated legs, and enormous, crab-like pincers, the whip spider looks like something straight out of a horror movie. But as terrifying as it might seem, it's not nearly as dangerous as you might think. These long, whip-like structures are what give the whip spider its name, and they're one of its most remarkable features. Unlike regular spiders or scorpions, the whip spider uses its front pair of legs as sensory tools, waving them around to detect vibrations, smells, and even the faintest movements of its prey. It's almost as if it has an extra pair of antennae to feel its way through the world. This ability allows the whip spider to be a master hunter, even in complete darkness. Despite its nightmarish appearance, the whip spider is a surprisingly delicate and cautious hunter. It relies on stealth and precision rather than brute force. When it finds its prey, it uses its massive pedipalps, those intimidating, crab-like pincers, to grab and crush its victim. These pedipalps are incredibly strong, equipped with sharp spines that allow the whip spider to hold on to even the most slippery or struggling prey. Once captured, the prey is swiftly devoured, and the whip spider moves on, ready for its next meal. While the whip spider might look terrifying, it's important to remember that this creature poses no threat to humans. In fact, whip spiders are completely harmless. They don't have venom, they don't spin webs, and they rarely bite. Their pincers might look intimidating, but they're used only for hunting small insects, not for attacking anything larger. In many parts of the world, people even consider whip spiders to be beneficial creatures, helping to control insect populations in their natural habitats. Whip spiders are some of the most misunderstood creatures in the arachnid world. They may look terrifying, but they're actually incredibly shy and reclusive. If you ever come across one, it's more likely to flee than to attack. Their front legs are specialized for sensing their surroundings, which is especially useful in the dark caves and forests where they live. These arachnids are also fascinating because they display a type of social behavior that's rare in other arachnid species. Whip spiders are nocturnal, meaning they come out to hunt and explore when the sun goes down. During the day, they hide in caves, under rocks, or in crevices, avoiding the light and any potential predators. This nocturnal lifestyle not only helps them stay hidden from their own predators but also allows them to hunt more effectively under the cover of darkness. With their sensitive, whip-like legs, they can detect the tiniest movements of insects or other small creatures in the pitch-black environment, giving them the upper hand in the darkness. In some parts of the world, whip spiders are also known for their eerie behavior during mating season. Unlike many other arachnids, whip spiders engage in a complex courtship ritual, where males and females perform a kind of dance before mating. The male uses his front legs to tap and stroke the female's body, communicating his intentions through subtle movements. If she's receptive, the pair will mate, and the female will eventually lay her eggs, carrying them in a special pouch under her body until they hatch. Whip spiders may seem solitary, but their courtship rituals show a surprising level of social complexity. These dances are not only about reproduction but also about communication, showing us that even in the insect world, the lines between predator, prey, and partner can be blurred. Despite their intimidating looks, whip spiders are truly fascinating creatures. They are masters of stealth and survival, using their unique adaptations to thrive in some of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. From their sensitive, whip-like legs to their powerful pincers, these arachnids have evolved to become efficient, silent hunters. And while they may give you chills just by looking at them, remember, they're far more afraid of you than you are of them. These are just a few of the creatures that make you think twice about stepping into the wild. From the depths of the ocean to the forests of Madagascar, nature is filled with animals that defy logic and stir a primal fear deep within us. Have you ever encountered a creature that sent shivers down your spine? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying encounters with the natural world.